The latest in a series of attempted replacements for fired Fox News propagandist Tucker Carlson is Donald Trump's own former press secretary, one of the most dishonest people in the Trump administration, Kayleigh McEnany. She gets this week to try replacing propagandist Tucker Carlson. Her first episode last night was a pathetic joke, the likes of which you would find at the bottom of a barrel, a media barrel, a proverbial media barrel. She opened her own show by showing some of her speech at the 2020 Republican National Committee. I'm not going to play it, but we're just showing you, a screenshot from that. Her first guest was the Texas Attorney General, and he was on not to talk about, we've got to do something about guns. We've had this terrible shooting in Texas and Allen. No. The Texas Attorney General appeared with Kayleigh McEnany, Ken Paxton, to talk about how bad gender affirming care is for trans kids. And then this was really just the cherry on top, I guess we would call it. Former Democratic Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard appeared to call trans people mentally ill and essentially say that there's no such thing as trans. She says really crazy things here. And this is one of the most disgusting Tucker Carlson fill-ins that I've seen so far. Let's listen to the last real liberal. Remember when all these supposed leftists were saying the only real left-winger running in 2020 is Tulsi? Listen to this.
Well, Kayleigh, this should give us some hope to see that there is still some sense of common sense and sanity in our society, because this is the real question that we, the American people, are being faced with.
Is it?
We have leaders in the Democratic Party, unfortunately, and those in our society who are pushing this fantasy. They're asking us to take something that is clearly not real and believe that it's real. They're asking us to take something that is very clearly a mental...
It's not real.
illness that creates this delusion where you have people saying, well, I'm a man in a woman's body. And
what's weird about the mental illness thing is that for a long time, homosexuality was very clearly a mental illness in the DSM, etc. And then we sort of came to our senses and realized just about every animal species has a percentage of what we would call I don't know if the term homosexual is used for other species, but you understand what I'm saying. And then we realized, actually, this isn't a mental illness. We should stop trying to treat it with medication or convert people out of it, because that's crazy. And so that was revised. And so now she's just going with, well, this is clearly just a mental illness.
Vice versa. And then doctors committing, in the case of children especially, this medical malpractice, trying to turn this fantasy into reality and creating incredibly negative short and long-term consequences, both
This is nuts. Okay, Tulsi is nuts.
Physically and psychologically. And so that's really the question that we, the American people, have to ask ourselves and to answer is, are we going to live in a society of common sense and reality, or are we going to buy into this insanity and this fantasy? Are we going to allow, and this is one of the reasons I left the Democratic Party, is because
right. Now, we know why she left.
We have the Democratic Party of today selling this fantasy and catering to it and giving credibility to this fantasy, these mental delusions, all because they think it'll give them more political power. A party that is willing to do anything, especially things that are damaging to children. Right?
This is so crazy. The idea that you're going to get... I don't even know. So as far as the Kayleigh filling in for Tucker, it's a joke. It's just terrible. But she was better than some of the people who have tried so far. But the content was just absolutely disgusting. The idea that I don't know at this point what the prevalence of trans is in the general population. And part of it is, are we actually correctly assessing that number? Is everybody even kind of willing to say it? But it seems like it's extraordinarily small, well under 1%. The idea that the Democratic Party has this brave and bold, exciting strategy to gain political power by catering to I'm using their terminology, by, quote, catering to the, quote, delusions of a tiny, 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 tiny sliver of the population. It's just a very stupid strategy. And obviously that's not what it is. It's about a reaction to the right's attack on this marginalized group of people. That's what we're dealing with here. So Tulsi's lost her mind. The Tucker replacement fiasco is not going well. And we'll continue following it to see what happens with Fox News. They've got at least one more lawsuit, at least two more lawsuits they're dealing with, maybe three. We will follow it. All of the clips I played here for you, you can find them on our YouTube channel. You can find them on our Instagram, on our TikTok. They're really almost too available, to be perfectly honest. If you're looking for the perfect Mother's Day gift, our sponsor, Aura Frames, creates incredible, ultra-quality digital frames for displaying pictures and videos. You can preload the frame with your favorite memories, pictures, videos for mom to see when she opens it up. You can update it with unlimited photos and videos from anywhere using the Aura Frames app. No fees ever, no limits on storage. Aura Frames was voted the #1 digital picture frame by Wirecutter, The Strategist, and Wired Magazine. My mom loves the frame I gave her. I also have an Aura frame in my house. When we were just traveling, I was able to immediately add pictures which pop up on my mom's frame. And I've noticed the photos look like real prints, such high resolution, and the display is calibrated so that you can not even tell it's a screen. Aura Frames has an awesome Mother's Day deal. For my audience, you'll get up to $30 off their best-selling Carver mat frame and free shipping. Go to auraframes.com/Pacman. Use the code Pacman. The link is in the description.